Hi, I'm David Sweet. Welcome to another episode of Real Woman Blueprint. Family is one of the most sweetest thing anybody could ever wished for. Just as how life has its own ups and downs, so also do families have their good and bad side. But today we'll be concentrating on the disadvantages of staying in a family house. I've highlighted 5 points or 5 reasons why I feel it's unhealthy to stay in a family house. Number one, lack of discipline. When children are involved, I do not know if it is the joy of being a grandparent or the happiness of them having grandchildren. But sometimes these children tend to portray such characters that when you want to control or when you want to correct, you hear where the grandparent will tell you, leave that child will outgrow such characters. Of a truth, some children outgrow such characters. Why some they don't? Some imbibe or culture such characters in them, believing that there is nothing wrong with them, and it tends to affect such children. Secondly, lack of freedom. Every details or every action that is being done or that you carry out, you have to give a vast explanation of why you carried out such decision or such action. For instance, you come back, you're a working class person, you're supposed to get home by 6 and you're getting home by 8 with the whole stress of the day and everything, and immediately you just get to the door, you hear a question like, where have you been all this while? Why are you coming by this time? All those things, the questioning. For example, when you're in your own house, you're getting home by 8 o'clock, your husband at that particular time knows he doesn't even need to ask you such a question, and if he tends to want to ask, he won't ask it in a rude manner, he's going to ask it in a very polite manner. Thirdly, lack of privacy. When you're in a family house, the room is not yours. The room is like you're renting it for a while. When you want to discuss with your husband, or when you decide to dress sexy, or when you decide to want to be intimate with your husband, you have to shut the door, because anybody can barge in anytime, any day, anyhow. Sometimes it could be very annoying when you have a busybody mother-in-law where it's at odd hours they'll tell you they want to talk to their son, and instead of them giving you notice why they are entering the room, they just barge in. Fourthly, different belief in the sense that I might be a Christian, she might be a Christian, or my father-in-law might be a Muslim, but each mosque has its own rules and regulation. And you have kids who are tender, who is yet to understand why or why he or she should behave like this. My church might decide to tell you wearing of trouser is not a sin, you don't need to tie your hair tie, you can go to church dressing trousers. Why my mother-in-law church might tell you wearing of trouser to church is actually a sin. Even wearing of trouser naturally is a sin. You need to tie your hair tie, you don't need to apply makeup, you don't need to do anything artificial. I'm the mother of the child, and I want to imbibe my own culture, my own belief on that child. And my mother-in-law, since I'm in a house, she might tell you, no, that is not how you're supposed to train that child, or that is not how that child needs to be trained. You have no choice. And at that stage where everybody is bringing his or her own idea on that child, you're confusing that child. Instead, you're not making the child stand or have his own idea that he should hold on to firmly. You're putting him at the fence side where one leg in, one leg out. Fifthly, if I'm not mistaken, quarrels. It takes a mature mind, lack of peace. It takes extremely mature mind, someone who can overlook things. Because when you're in a family house, no matter how quiet or no matter how gentle, no matter how reserved you are, you will definitely be pushed to the wall. I know what I'm saying. You will definitely be pushed to the wall. It takes extremely mature individual to stay in a family house that there will not be quarrel, that there will be peace. And sometimes when you're being pushed to the wall and you react, they don't expect you to react. In fact, they expect you to swallow everything they do to you. And when you react, you hear instances of she's rude, she doesn't have respect. That is how they didn't give her proper up training. Then she doesn't even know anything. And some individuals have a mindset of not easily forgiving and forgiving people. For example, you do something wrong, you might have forgotten that okay, what you did was wrong or was painful, but the person you did it to would hold such thing in their mind, and they will hold such grudges with you forever. So instead of you staying in a family house and giving yourself bad name, I would advise, it is unhealthy for you to stay in a family house. Try look for, even if it's a one-room apartment, just stay with your husband. You guys can manage life instead of you having too many interferences in your world. Now let me give you a recap point of the disadvantages of staying in a family house. I said lack of discipline on the child. I said lack of freedom on yourself and on your family. I said no privacy. I said different beliefs. I said quarrels. It only takes the grace of God for you to be able to live peacefully when you're in a family house. Advice for the week. Instead of you exchanging words with somebody to make them understand your own ideas, when you know no matter how you explain to them, they will not understand your ideas, just keep calm and save yourself of exchanging words with such an individual. Bye until I come your way next week. You're on Real Woman Blueprint. I'm David Esther Sweet. Bye bye.